As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get
trying to turn it up, baby. We trying to turn it up.
The Longhorns will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Yes, sir. 6-0.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So
make this happen
for the resume.
Well, the offense knew what
they
needed
this
to get
happen.
that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his big tight end. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he...
Oh, my God. What a descent.
And he'll take
what a descent.
Touchdown, Georgia.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense set for a first down play. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
Let's go.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw.
No, I shouldn't have hesitated. I saw the one coming back door.
Finally haul him down, but
and I knew he would get more if I just committed right away.
Drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The run from the shotgun.
Nice.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Third down conversions are a
Facts.
huge
It's because
stat,
Georgia was
and
ass
this one
last
would
year.
be
That's
a
why.
doozy
Now
if
we
they
the
can pull it
coach.
off.
Now we the
From
coach.
the gun, wants to pass.
I knew it. I knew it. I shouldn't have brought him down like that
On
yet.
target to the left. He's at the 10.
I shouldn't have brought him down like that yet.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And he caught me coming down and he snapped
Really
it.
nice
I mean, so I
job
couldn't
working
get
the
back.
route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set
Georgia
to
wasn't
kick it
even
away
ranked when I
again.
took him.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see
you
that
motherfucker.
here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working.
Nah, I think I'm gonna need like 2. I think I'm gonna need like two
These guys have
seasons
really
to get them up.
performed at a high level in
Up
SEC
ready.
play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before them.
Running toward the tape.
Go ahead, boy.
Just gashing this defense.
You at the playoff already? What the fuck did I miss?
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle.
What
the
did I
catch. When
miss?
This guy
What?
gets the ball in his hands. He is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches.
Oh,
Just
that's a
gotta get him
tutty.
to the ground.
That's a tutty. That's a tutty.
Got his man downfield.
It's a tutty. He didn't give him 2 of them.
And he'll run it into the end zone.
Oh, okay. I see now. And the first game you lost was FSU, right? And then I didn't see the second
And they
game
can
you
hurt
lost.
you in so many different ways.
Or did you-
And they
oh,
do
okay,
it
no, you
so
can't lose
quick,
to.
so explosive.
I don't know
They
who
can
else
put
we lost
small
to.
drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive
was some weak-ish.
surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how
Come on, baby, hit the
efficient they are
hole.
throwing the football.
And welcome to modern
Is that
college
why I gotta be
football. That's
up?
what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's
Big
able
boy.
to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll fire.
That's a good-ass
Got
ball.
his man to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Here's the handoff.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. Hit the
Bring
hole.
him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
That's what I'm talking
And
about,
the
boys.
freshman
Hit.
does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Gets rid of it.
Hell no.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
The Longhorns will try to convert on 4th down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, going to the air.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. That's what I'm talking about, boy. Make a fucking play.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right.
Hell
Someone
no.
just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Now they'll run it
Yes,
on
sir.
the toss.
Yes, sir. Ah, you hold that block just for a little bit
They'll
longer.
rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
He hold that block a little bit longer. We to the cribbo.
Pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down. Make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. To the ground with the
You bitch.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I should have went to the left side. He emptied it out.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass.
Motherfucker.
And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Let's try something out.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. They'll try to pick up the 1st.
Beast.
Finally pulled down, but not
Beast.
before moving the chains for a 1st down.
Well, on that 4th down, if they don't get it, the head coach is at the podium after the game with some explaining to do. That's not the situation. You're expecting them to run the football, but the gamble pays off.
He wants to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close.
That boy footwork crazy.
Georgia 14, Texas 7.
1st down to start the drive.
They trying to fire their boys up. They're trying to fire their boys up.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who.
Oh, way to go. Get the fuck off him. Get the
And he
fuck
was
off.
able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision,
I should have threw it. I should have threw it.
Pressure was too much.
I thought he was out there to go with that.
This is a good sign for this defense.
And if I handed her off, I would have had a better.
Not touching
I
the
would have given some more.
Him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half. This was not going to be a fun football game to watch.
I don't know if it's going to let me change.
A little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
God damn!
He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the
That
pitch,
nigga
man.
just squeezed
That
through there.
linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity
Oh,
for the
they're not gonna
defense
let
to
me
get off
change
the
him.
field.
Okay.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They get to him as he
Oh.
throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38.
A little bit too much. A little bit too much. Ah, a little bit too much.
Good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
I had to get that in the middle.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better
Hell no, buddy.
in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He's
Yes,
gonna run
sir.
it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
Ah, come on. Why you run away from the ball?
That pass is well off target.
Why
He
you
got
run away
hit as
from
he
the
was trying
ball,
to
bro?
throw, and
We
they
made him
can't
throw it
convert
right
on
to you.
3rd down. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight.
That's all he need. That's all. You letting that motherfucking
They
number
finally stop him,
wearing
but
a number
he found
55
some
catch
running
you?
room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can
Them boys is
definitely be
fighting.
frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down in the end zone.
Well, what you say, 3? What you say,
Looking to
3?
throw on 2nd
Another
down.
one.
Gets it out quickly. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Leaves it with the running back. He'll get that one all the way down to the
That's right,
4-yard
boys.
line before
Keep
he's
fighting.
stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just
Dig
seems
deep.
to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting
Dig
his offense
deep.
down close to the goal.
Yeah.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Yes, sir. We'll punch it in.
They'll dial up the run on 1st
Did
and
it
goal.
28.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal for this offense.
No secret university. No secret
Quarterback
university.
sneak, trying to get a push.
And nice
Third.
job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center.
How much-
Make
how
it
much
really
did we
hard for him
get
to go
now? So
forward
that's-
right
yeah,
now.
we
Nice
ain't getting that.
penetration. Stopping
Yeah,
the
we ain't getting
quarterback
enough from that.
sneaking its tracks.
trying to run it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter might not be gamble
How
time,
close
but
to him?
inside the
No,
3,
damn, bro.
I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a two-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on fourth down.
Bro, what the fuck are you doing?
The incomplete pass ends a
Bro, if he would have
frustrating
rolled out, I
series,
probably
and
would have been
they
able to
turn
run it in, but he
down.
just stopped.
That just could not have gone any
I would have
worse
been
for
able
the
to just
offense,
run it
guys.
in.
Not only are you dropping the ball on fourth down, you dropped a touchdown.
Bro,
That
why
should
did
be
he
6
stop?
on the board. You need players to step up.
That's the
and
fucking
make
problem.
plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you.
The problem is that he fucking
Now
stopped.
the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here.
Should've been
you
a
don't wear
tutty.
the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Moving away from pressure.
Let's
Just
go,
couldn't
D.
find an open man. He'll get
Let's
rid
go,
of it,
D.
and it'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
You
know the
motherfucker.
next down, no harm, no foul.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep.
He was dying to snap that one.
Threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Great job by the QB and the wide receiver understanding what they had to do to get a 1st down. I don't care about the completion. I don't care about getting a certain amount of yards. I got to get that 1st down so I get another.
Oh, 9.
Just driving out.
Oh, 9, get the ball.
Hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that
Get
catch.
the ball.
He had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection
ball,
last
baby.
time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. Grabs it in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn
That's my fault. Yeah,
And they
that was my
dialed up
fault.
a
I'm
shot
moving a
play,
little
but
bit. That's
they
not who I was
couldn't
supposed to
make
be.
the connection.
Well, guess
Shouldn't
who?
even
They're
been
taking a
close.
shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire 1st half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. But that's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
Yeah, okay, he got lucky.
Down and gets down to
He got
avoid
lucky.
contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Quarterback will audible. Looking for space. It's Rich. Not a whole lot of room there.
Not a
3
whole
yards,
lot.
Maybe 2nd and 7. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got out of trouble.
Yeah,
throws.
fuck no.
And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
Bro, that's what, bro.
Beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And that play right there
That's all
really
this
shows
guy
the
does.
trust between the quarterback
That's all
and
this
the
guy's
wide
doing.
receiver. They've obviously worked for hours
Those
all
are
season
routes.
long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw, great catch.
From the red zone, looking for a man.
Yep.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
That's a pick.
Firing to the end zone.
That's a pick. Fuck out of
Throws
here.
into double coverage, and it's picked
Fuck.
off.
Get it, bro.
And
Bro.
they'll drag him down. After
No
a
reason
good
for you to
return
run
on
into
the
me.
interception.
None.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph.
They had
the pass. You
no
cannot
reason to
stare
run into
down
me.
your receivers because
You're trying to
these
block the dude
defenders, they're
behind me.
watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Looking deep down the right side.
Oh, bro.
And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have
They
been
don't
a
want me
big
to
hitter on
score.
first down, but second down's coming.
They don't want me to
It
score.
was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Ah,
He
y'all
picks
suck.
up 4. That'll leave them with
Y'all
3rd and
suck
6.
for that.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, going up top.
Oh, you let him go.
And he will
You let
be
him go,
sacked
73.
at the 6-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board
You
before
let
the
him
break.
go.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt.
Oh, you let him run right fucking past you, dude.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield.
You let him run right past you. All his safeties came down, bro. We was about to hit him over the top.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. Sends it downfield. And he makes
Good.
the catch inside the 25. He's run out of
Try to
bounds,
make
but
him
a
cut the
big
ball
play
out.
on that one, and it'll be a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away.
Texas.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a
Hell
statement,
no.
to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He's back to throw on second down. Fires down.
Yes, sir.
He throws
Yes,
back
sir.
across
Force him
his
into those
body,
bad
and
ones.
it's picked off.
Force him into
He
those bad
was
ones.
thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Hope.
Oh my God.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that
That
time
shit,
the
way to try to
receiver
get
didn't
through
give
there.
the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
I I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Got
Oh!
touchdown!
That nigga
goal!
wanted it.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to
That's what you call determination.
Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea.
Determination.
How to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return?
Okay.
That one might
About the
violate
clock.
every return rule in the book as he's out of bounds at his own 5. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the need to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On the ground, it's Rich.
I don't know how he blocked him. He came all the way out there.
Get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Longhorns have enough for the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll try
because that shit was clipped if you threw that.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Leaves it with the back.
That's a good little run for what you had.
They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
At the 39-yard line. Brings up third down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, he'll try
that
to
was
pick
Dunny,
it up
buddy.
in the air.
Boom.
With the catch, it's
Put him in the
Rich.
hospital.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring
Put
up
him
a
in the
decision on
hospital,
4th down.
buddy.
4th down. Coming up.
On 4th down, looking to pass.
And that we was in the man, bro. He was in the man, bro.
Bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
You should have been flying on that.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the
Sorry,
depth
I'm gonna
he
start
needed
running
to
this
get,
on
so
him
once
then.
he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Motion from the offense.
Yeah, man, you ain't got nobody with that shit.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll leave it with him. Able to
Let's
pick
go.
his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
Pick it off, one. What are we doing? What are we doing, one?
Might have let him a little too much.
You know, these throws at the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for
Yeah, you didn't think he was going to stand there, huh?
Be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, they'll throw for it.
Bro, we are out there. We are out there now.
Vision hasn't been on par.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers.
Well, that I was not going to keep working.
Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited.
We're not going to let that work.
Guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one.
Fires into traffic.
Who was there?
He was trying to get that.
Somebody pushed him there. Somebody put him there.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important
I think he just got bunched up and then ended up there.
Extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw.
Bitch.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Oh, D-physical.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man on the left.
Whip that
and the
shit.
defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
How about the speed and athleticism in the back end of this defense? They came after the tight end with conviction, and they land a huge hit to prevent him from getting the 1st.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down.
Yeah.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself.
Make him fumble. Oh, my God. That's why I fucking missed.
Junior quarterback.
Well, it's a great
I wanted him to not be able to slide.
It came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense, but did you see the hit he just took?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
He
about.
can take too many more of those.
The Longhorns
That's
are
what I'm
marching
talking
down
about.
the field. The give to the back. Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Way to go get it, boy. Way to go get it, boy. Big air.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 21, Texas 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. He's going to throw deep right side.
Motherfucker, bro.
And that one falls incomplete.
Too high.
They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Too high.
He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy that's not wide open. These DBs
Kyle, come on. You put that shit over the top. He's gone.
Expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Leaves it with the back. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
You're not supposed to be the one that's getting the ball,
run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just hold on to it.
They're going to ride this running back.
Just hold on to it. That's good.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They've been running it, but now the pass. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But
that's what we
this
did, bro.
Offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Tired as hell.
Good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like
I think if he was not red, some would have been scoring.
Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Slings it.
Oh, bro, I thought that was about to be a dot over the top.
Maybe breathing
I thought I was about to dot him over the top.
For that big return to go with the pick, but
when he threw it and that shit went a little bit up, I was like, oh my God, he might have just threw a perfect one.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air on first down.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that right back.
And man, oh man, he is in.
Bro, get out the way. Can y'all please?
Interception. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception.
Oh my God, 33, way to go.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Lofts one high.
Big time. Big time.
The defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
Big time.
They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Oh, what the fuck?
One good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Going up top on first down. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Dances away to
That's
buy
a
time.
pick. Oh, one. You know, you've been lazy, bro.
Inside the 15-yard
One has
line.
been lazy.
Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. And that big gainer on the last
One has been
them
very
ready
lazy.
to go from inside the 10. They're trying to
Good
get to
shit.
it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On second down.
Oh, that's me. That's me. I should have kept going back.
He was going for 6 right there.
I thought that was for
This
the
guy
underneath
must feel
one,
like
to be
he's
honest.
run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
Yeah, fuck no. Because whoever that was to, that was getting picked. Especially if that was to the dude in the back.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
See if we got. I'm just going to.
They'll leave the offense
a
out
little
there
too
to try to
obvious,
get
ain't
it
it?
past the marker and pick up the first.
42 Spider.
From the gun. Fires to the end
Yeah.
zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
You just got beat. Lazy.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Colorado State rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Canvas Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier
Simple.
for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Off the play fake. Dances away. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the 14-yard line, it's
Yes,
first
coach.
and 10. He'll do
Way to
it
block him.
himself. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw.
Big body.
And finds a soft spot.
Big
That
body.
completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Nah, I'm good, bot.
Wants to throw on third down.
Oh, what
And
the
here's
fuck?
the pick, and oh, did they need that right now? And he's brought down after the
That was
pick, but
discombobulated because that was
putting
supposed to be a
his
TD.
offense in business. Well, this is not
That
what
was
the
supposed to be a
doctor ordered in
TD. Ain't no
terms
way
of
he's
starting
catching that shit
field
like that.
position. Quarterback changing the
Ain't
plays
no way
at
he's
the
catching
line.
that shit.
He'll start this
Ain't no way he
drive
catch that shit
firing.
like that. Got that shit
Can't
behind his
find
head.
his man as he
Meanwhile, my
took
tight
a
end just moved out the way of the
shot
ball.
trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on second down. He's
Yeah, no
taking
shit.
a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's
I know you
third
trying to hit the
down.
seam.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room.
Run be lazy.
Gain on that one before he ran out of bounds.
Run
and he
be
has the
lazy,
first
bro.
down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with the huge lead, they've got to
One just be
anticipate that this
lazy.
offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Throws for the tight end.
Yeah, damn, he was about to knock that shit between two people.
Incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field.
Yeah, sir. Yes, they do.
Rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll try to throw and pick up the
Hell
first
no,
down.
buddy. Bro, you almost
And the
gave him the
pass is
touchdown.
incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. After not really
GG's, man.
playing their
GG's.
best
We
earlier
could have played
this
better.
season,
We is
people said,
rusty.
This team is bad.
Could have played better.
Now
We
they
definitely
won
left a
3 in
lot of
row.
points up on the
This
board.
team is good.
Defense just did defense thing,
we're
man.
probably the
We
ones
play
who
defense.
were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling.
And he
It
did
looked
his
like they
thing.
knew who they were, and they didn't
He
have
did
the
his
momentum
thing.
going, but now they definitely got it together, Jesse. They look
GG's,
like a
man.
different
He
team.
did his thing.
They
My
sure
tight
do,
end,
David.
too.
We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now completely different, almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got
We shouldn't have
left.
thrown
Those
as many.
teams better
We
be
forced him
careful.
to throw a
This
lot.
team
We
is
shouldn't have
coming
thrown as
for
many
you.
interceptions as we
That's
did.
going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer,
That
David
was
Pollack,
bad.
I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I got to see that last interception I threw to my tight end. That shit was disgusting. Oh, yeah. He just kept throwing that out route. That was the only thing that he kept. That was his only thing that he can go to. All the other shit was taken away. That was my fault that he got that off. I didn't run with him. I was supposed to run with him there. Where was it at? Oh, they're just not even gonna show it? It was... Yeah, I think it was this one. Whatever, I have to watch it on the stream.